Hi guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to this is the Starcraft English commentary. You're going to watch KCM Team 25 Season 1 finals between Terran and Zerg, and this is going to be the 7th set in the series. So far, as you can see, all of the Terran players have been eliminated, and Light is going to be the final Terran player to play, the last man standing, the last samurai. And if he defeats Queen, then the Zerg race will have a chance to either refield one of these players who've been defeated, Hero, Queen, or Jaedong, or just field Sogi first and then field the champion a bit later. So that's that. Anyways, let me just quickly remind you of the standing in KCM. After 8 weeks, after the initial 8 weeks, Terran was first, Protoss was second, and Zerg was last. And we had the playoffs between Zerg and Protoss last week, and of course we know terrible result for Protoss, and this is where we are going to be finding ourselves in this final. Looks like Light is going to be located at the top left. The map is Deja Vu, and scouting in the right direction, he will find the opponent. 12 hatchery coming out from Queen, which means Light will be able to apply a bit of pressure. He's finished his barracks, and yeah, he's gonna come down. The drone will try to slow down the SV just to try to fake his enemy into thinking that it's early spawning pool. But how can it be? Because he can count. He can, if you look at the building of the Zerg building, you can see exactly how much was on that building, right? You can see how far along was the construction status. So I don't really understand that move, although I could be wrong. Let me know, guys. Is there a way for you to, is there any meaning to putting the drone there? Knowing the fact that the enemy scouting unit can actually just click on the building to see how far along it was built. Right? You can see how far along the other guy's building is building, right? I think that is common knowledge, although sometimes you'd be surprised how stupid I am, how unknowledgeable about these things I am. Because I'm not a professional caster, guys. I'm just like you. I'm just a Starcraft fan. I'm just an old boy in love with this game. Anyways, 2 Marines coming out with an SCV, but it's gonna back up now. I'm surprised he decided to back up because I think the spawning pool is only now completed. It's not completed before. Okay, there are gonna be some Zerglings, so that's interesting. But he's gonna go back. I mean, Light is just, this is classic Light. He loves taunting the enemy with some attacks very early on, like 2 Marines, 3 Marines, and then he just completely disappears and never to be found again until the mid game. You know, so he is so good with that. But anyways, Queen is gonna take this threat seriously. He's gonna make a couple of Zerglings. He's got 8 Zerglings, and now these Marines will return inside the main base, and Queen will not have a chance to attack anymore. So I guess the game might end right here. Is he making a huge amount of Zerglings or just a couple? I think he just made about 7 or 8, and that's it. Yeah, he's only made 8. There is Zergling with speed, but is he gonna dive in? He might dive in just to catch the first Marine, but now that Marine has been hiding in the back. Spark coming up, so things are gonna be looking very standard. Academy coming down as well, so that's very good. Hold on, guys, but let's just check the status on my YouTube channel, just make sure that everything is looking good. No disorderly things happening there.
투의 처리 요 자체가 레어가 느려요. 스파이어도 느리기 때문에 뮤탈리스크 타이밍이 늦단 말이죠. 그래서 상대적으로
Alright, anyways, looks like for the time being, Light is just gonna, you know, build up his economy and make sure he doesn't die to any kind of Zergling run or anything like that. So let's just review a little bit the schedule of ASL so far. So we've had Group A, right? Soki Light has qualified. Very strong. Group B, Jaedong and Best have qualified. Next week, Monday, we will have Rain, Action, Bisu, and Zero, all Protoss and Zerg, no Terran in that group. And then on Tuesday, same time, we will have Snow, Rush, Hero, and Mini. All of these groups are stacked, except for the first group where Scan was playing. He was the weaker link. But all of the other groups, I feel everyone is so evenly balanced. Even the 4th ranked player, the tier 4 player, is very strong. Especially Group B and Group D, right? So Jaedong, best speed and sharp. The tier 4 player was speed. But he's like the best Edo ranked player at that time. And for Group D, Snow, Rush, Hero, and Mini, everyone is so good. Everyone is so good. Anyways, a third hatchery comes down for Queen at the bottom side of the map, 530 positioned. Marine's gonna move out, and of course, Light wants to discover where that hatchery is located. Some mutants have come out. And oh my god, Zelle is getting on high ground. The first Marine died right away. The second Marine will fall. Not, he's gonna try to find it. He would destroy the SCV. Very good for the SCV to pull back. He gets this Marine though. Mitch is going to try to attack. Looks like not able to make their on time. Zerlings will attack some SCV. He gets another SCV, and Zerlings going to try to go through again. Why is he attacking the SCV? Go for the Marine. He's not able to get the Marine, so cute move by Queen, but Light, I think, has completely stabilized the situation, and he's going to be able to come out here. But of course, the number of breaches are growing up though, so that's something to keep in mind. The Zerling might decide to dive inside the main once again, together with Mutas. There's 7th. He will get a lone Marine. He does get it. He will get an SCV. He will get these 2 Marines, and with that, he can start to send the Zerlings over. He does send the Zerling over, and he's gonna start to attack against the turret. This might be a pivotal moment of the game. He Mutas are just trying to stay away from the turret, but at last minute, Light saves his. He saves his turret here. Wow, that was some very close actions. Yeah, these 2 Zerlings are still alive. He will go in here, and yeah, this aggressive mutualist is what used to be the meta. The meta in TvZ was aggressive mutualist, sniping turrets, sniping marines, medics. And then all of a sudden, you know, players like Flash start to invent things like 3-fact Goliath. But anyways, these Zerlings will die for good. They will not survive anymore. But these mutuals are going to get trapped. Very unfortunate. He's gonna try to kill as many Marines as possible, but it's gonna be better for him to retreat now and save his mutuals for another operation later. It's going to rotate out the weaker ones. And Light, as usual, is going to move out. I want to see the status of the 3rd base of Queen, how far along it is. Looks like there's an extractor, but no drones on the extraction yet. As for Light, his +1 is not yet done. The Mages also don't have +1 carapace. Some Sunkens going to come up. Now he's going to cancel his Sunkens, which isn't a bad idea. For now, he seems that he's got enough coverage. Alright, looks like a good stim here, killing I think 2 mutas right away. We might have yet another sunken line. This Mutas is gonna try to chase the Marine. Why is Light sending out these 5 Marines randomly? Either send out 1 or send out all. Why do you send out 5, which is so easy to spot? Anyways, now these Marines gonna back up now, and Queen will have a good chance. These Marines, it's gonna move towards the bottom right. Is it gonna stim? I feel like during these times you should not stim your Marine. And there it is. The Mutas have discovered the Marine, so that's the end of those Marines. But you know, the battles are not yet over. Queen 66 supply, Light 71. This is a nice straight line for the Mutas to attack. Alright, 9-minute mark of the game. Mutas have +1 weapons. Marines don't have upgrades yet. And I feel like it might be beneficial for Queen to dive inside Light's main base again, just to drive those Marines back. We're gonna be having stim. No, again, there's a stim. Yeah, we're gonna be having at least a control group and a half of mutualists. And Queen is still taunting these Marine, trying to dwindle them down. And make sure that he has the maximum leverage going to the late game. The double stopper completes with the add-on, so we shall have either Valkyries or Science Vessels. Another Mutualist getting sniped here. The stop not very good at all. Nice scan by Light. He wanted to check the status of things. If there are lurkers, if there are Hydrogen at the bottom right corner of the map, he doesn't see anything like that. Just a couple of drones. And he is gonna, maybe he's gonna feel a little bit safe just to stay at home for now and doesn't have to go out there that early. Anyways, what are we seeing here? Just more attacks happening, but I'm gonna be looking forward to Light in the quarterfinals. I'm not so sure who he will play against, but I hope it's gonna be great. Queen is Queen. Wait, what happened to Queen? Hold on. Queen in the round of 24 was in Group E. Yeah, he's here. Oh yeah, he's in Group C, excuse me. Rain, Action, Queen, and Lisu. Basically, that's his group. So that's where we will see him. Okay, dropship, not a bad idea because he can access Queen's main base very easily through these lanes. And there, I don't see any kind of visioned spawning units so far. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyways, the Lurker's gonna make themselves known here, but the drop has commenced. He's gonna walk onto the Lurker's spine. He was good to pull back. Just a few seconds later, and there would have been terrible calamity on those Marines. But now the drop will do significant damage. What is that? Defiler Mount. Unfortunately for Queen, he will lose the Defiler Mount very quickly. Some nice attack here. He's just wasting time. The drop has commenced. The drones are running away. Cancel your Defiler Mount. You cannot save it. Looks like he's gonna go for the Spire. He's gonna go for the Defiler Mount. He's not canceling the Defiler Mount. What is Queen's decision? He's running the drones away. He lost the Defiler Mount already, and Marines moving towards the bottom right. In the span of a minute, Queen might be losing the game. He's gonna go for a frontal attack against enemy base. There's gonna be a single sunken, not a sunken, a bunker. There's gonna be some science vessels. The Lurkers need to unburrow and move forward now. Why the Marines? Why the turret? Mutineers attacking the turrets is completely useless. Attack the sunkens. He does go for it. It looks like there's gonna be some attack. But look at Queen's main base. He lost his hive. Oh my God! He lost the hive, which means no more Defiler Mount. At least he's built a Defiler Mount somewhere else. But I don't think he did. So Queen lost his game due to a double drop from the Terran player. But no, Lurkers will go to high ground. Is it going to be possible? I don't know. Michu's going to try to attack. The Lurkers on the high ground. It's going to be very, very strong. Michu's going to try to attack and kill as many SCVs as possible. Is this game over or not? We're going to be having Irradiate very, very soon. All of the SCVs have died. And now Queen just need to make massive Zerglings and flood them here. Flood the Zerglings, the science vessels. It doesn't have the energy just yet. The Lurkers are coming out. There's going to be a drop against the Queen's nest. There's going to be a scan. The first Lurker have died. The second Lurker need to fall back. He's remade his Defiler Mount, so he doesn't need hive anymore. That's nice. The Lurkers are destroying the barracks, and then a second line of Lurkers going to come through because there's still some mining activities at the expansion. Michu's going to try to go through it. They need to micro a little bit better, and that first turret has fallen. This Defiler is running away. There's going to be some nice attack. Defiler moving towards the database, but this hatchery will fall very fast. Yeah, but Lurkers within reach of the barracks. The barracks need to lift up and go somewhere else. The game just completely turned on its heads. I thought Light was for sure winning, but now Queen's coming back with a huge punch. No more mining activities here, and Light very close to getting eliminated. He's got 3 science vessels, and that's it. Destroy the turrets, destroy the scanners. Would be great here. It looks like only 2 barracks remaining. He's got no production building. He cannot make any. I mean, he needs to float the barracks somewhere else, or maybe put the factory somewhere else to make like a vulture. Okay, raid is a nice idea. Why not, right? Why not make raid? Raid is a good idea. More hydras, just need to make massive hydras now. But now keep in mind the Queen is down to just 1 base. Queen has got 1 mining location. He's lost his hatchery. He's got Defiler Mount in the spawning pool. Very funny location to have the spawning pool, but that raids need to go and get repaired. A last hatchery will be falling, and Queen has got a lot of money. SCs coming out, but the last Lurkers will fall. Massive Zerglings are spreading too, because of course Zergling speed is still the thing here, right? It's still gonna destroy the last building. They can actually produce any units that can fight. That barracks has fallen. There are only 2 barracks on the high ground. This commentator will fall, but Queen will go to high ground. There's some raids though. Keep that in mind. The scientists need to go for the Hydralis. He goes to the first Hydras. He goes to the Lurker. He gets the last units here. There's gonna be nothing coming out of these barracks. There's a couple of firebats, but they fall very quickly. Only 2 science vessels remaining. He's making massive things from the starport. I think he's making only raids here. The Lurker is still alive. The Lurker is not irradiated. He's forced to repair this. The raid here. The raid comes to he gets the Lurker. Yes, but what about the next move from both of these players? Queen is mining out of 1 base. Light is mining out of 1 base as well. But there's going to be a replacement hatchery. There's going to be a next Lurker coming through. But these raids going to destroy that Lurker. Zergling's going to destroy the add-on. Cloak is going to be the thing here. When the heck did you think that it could be Cloak? Looks like the technology was cancelled. It was getting research in the other add-on, but just incessant forces coming out from Queen. The SCVs have got nowhere to run here. The last Lurker will completely explode the SCV. The game. This game was insane. I'm gonna put this game in the list of best game for this year. What an insane game. Light was having it in the back, destroying the hive, destroying the spire, and everything else in between. But he just was too unlucky. I think he was not doing anything wrong on his part. Just unlucky, and Light has lost it. Zerg is the crown champion of this season of 2025 KCM Legend. Maybe join this cast and inside series to the buying confidence. It's going to be in the video description. And I will see you in the next season, maybe next week. That's how quickly these seasons come and go. See you soon. Bye bye.